Previously on Cause and Effect. A storm hits, making everyone on edge, and making them think about what happened to everyone. Everyone is shocked to see Mike in such a bad condition, and Mike is shocked to find out Owen is dead. There is one more surprise, though, for the son, when somebody decides to stop by.
Listen, I just came by to make sure Mike's okay. Now that I know he is, I can leave. But I gotta tell you something. You will be seeing me again. And if you tell anyone about this conversation, I will kill you. I'll be in touch.
Tempting lies will be delivered to you soon. If I am alive this time.
So why are you guys sitting me down at the table? What do you have to tell me?
It's all you.
Okay, you guys are trying to scare me. What is it?
Earlier today I got a phone call. It was another one from Mr. Black. He had some things to say. Hello?
Oh, hello. You sound upset. Has anything happened?
Why did you have to do it? Why did you have to kill him?
To show you I was serious. You called me a liar. You said I didn't really have your daughter. Now a killer I may be, but I am not a liar. A man is nothing without his word, and I'm giving you mine. I will give you your daughter back. You just need to cooperate.
What ridiculous request do you have this time? Maybe run over Mike with my car?
No. Owen dying was message enough. No one else has to die. All I want is the password to the safe, just so that I know all of the information you have involving what happened between us is in there. Once I look through the documents and make sure it's all in there, I'm going to burn all of it.
How do I know you tell him the truth?
You don't. You're just gonna have to trust me.
So what did you tell him you would do?
I'm gonna need time to think about this offer.
I'm not an unreasonable man. You have exactly 24 hours before you receive another phone call from me. Then, I will need your answer. Remember though, this is my final offer. So decide wisely.
So have you decided what you're gonna do?
Yes. This is my final chance to get my daughter back. This is our way to end it all. It's finally going to be over. Whether I get my daughter back, or whether I die on my knees, I don't care anymore. I just want it to be over.
So you're gonna do it. You're gonna meet up with him.
We all are. He said if we all want our freedom, then we all have to show up, which is why we brought you here to the table.
What do you mean?
You can't end something you know nothing about. You have been there with us from the beginning, so you deserve your freedom too. If you're willing to end this thing, then we would be willing to tell you what you are ending. We are going to tell you everything. Who Mr. Black really is. Or more so what kind of operation he is behind. We are going to tell you why he's after us. Why he wants us so badly. We are going to tell you what happened. What we did in our past. That was so bad.
You're gonna tell me everything?
Yes, everything. I think you should just sit back. This is going to be a long story.
I'm ready to hear it.
Okay, I guess I should start from the beginning. God, where to begin?
Tell them about your family.
Okay, it started a few years ago. I was living in Washington. I had a beautiful home, beautiful family, great job, great life. Everything seemed to be going perfect for me. Until one day, I got a call from my wife. I was working when she had called to tell me. She went to her doctor because she wasn't feeling well. It turned out she was feeling a lot better than she should have. She was very sick. Through the course of her sickness, she started to rack up quite a medical bill. A bill only I could cover by selling my house and everything in it.
Why didn't you?
It wasn't that easy. I also had my 5-year-old daughter. What was I supposed to do? Put her out in the streets? As much as I would sell my home and everything in it for my wife in a heartbeat, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that to my kid. She'd never understand. I wanted to keep everything the same. So I did the only thing I could think of. I took out a loan from a loan shark.
A loan shark? Why couldn't you have just paid for the money with your job?
I was under a lot of pressure. They were high bills and I needed the money soon. Anyways, my wife started to get better and things were starting to get on track. And then I ran into a problem. I started noticing men watching me and following me. I didn't know why, but I noticed it. Pretty soon, one day I got a visit from a man. It was the same man who had lent me the loan. He said I was overdue in paying him, and that the man he worked for was getting angry. I tried explaining that I was going to get the money for my job and pay him back, and that I didn't even know there was a time limit. He didn't want to hear it. There was no reasoning with him. Pretty soon, those men started showing up, threatening me and my family. Long story short, I should have paid sooner. One night I woke up and my wife was dead. Nothing but a pile of blood in my daughter's bed. They killed my family. I had to get out of there and quick. The one problem is I needed money fast. And obviously I couldn't sell my house that quick. I was a financial advisor, and I had no choice but to embezzle some funds. All funds. I lived in hiding for a while, trying to learn as much as I could about the person I took the loan from. I wanted nothing but revenge on the people who killed my family. Soon after, I heard they picked up and moved business to Miami. So I followed them. When I was there, I found out a good amount about them and their operation. They didn't just work in loans, also drugs, which is why they worked out of Miami much more than any other place. I also learned two very important things. I found a list of the people who were also being screwed over like me, and I found that the guy in charge of the whole thing was located in Boston. That was the guy I really wanted to take down. The guy who lent me the money knew I was in Miami, so he started hunting me down all over again. He still hadn't gotten his money. This is when I realized I needed help. I looked through the list and came across someone who had also lost their family. Someone who was left to die, but survived.
You?
Yeah. Me.
His parents had taken out a loan. They weren't given as many warnings as me. I had adopted him, not officially, but I was able to get him out of the building. Remember, I had embezzled funds back in Washington? I couldn't be on record for anything. The police want me. When I told him what I was preparing to do, he had no problem in joining me.
After adopting me, the man who lent him the money, who we later found out was Frank Kennedy, began to get close. So we decided it was time for a change of scenery. Decided it was time to get close to Boston, close to the man in charge of this whole thing. So we moved to a small town, Massachusetts, not too far from Boston, and for a while there were no problems. And then the night came, the night that changed everything. I was sleeping and I woke up choking on my own blood. I was being beaten to death. I was dying. That's when my new adoptive father came in to save the day, grabbed the guy, knocked him out cold with a baseball bat, and we found out that guy was Frank Kennedy. He found us. We took him into the basement, tied him up, and after what had been done to our families, we took our anger out on him.
You killed him?
No, we tortured him. We knew we couldn't stick around anymore, so we moved. That's when the man in charge, Mr. Black, took things into his own hands. Ever since, it's been a game of cat and mouse. We can't go to the police because he's wanted for embezzlement, and I left the government's care without a trace. Mr. Black can't go to the police because, well, he's Mr. Black. So it's just been a game of whoever can kill who first, or come to a compromise, which is what it seems like we have now.
Wow. So that's everything you guys have been hiding?
Yeah, that's our past. That's why Mr. Black is after us.
I can't believe you guys have been through all that.
We've been through a lot. I think it's time to end it.
What if it's just a setup? How do you know he isn't going to just kill us?
Mike, this is my last chance to get my daughter back. Do you know how long it's been since I've seen her? I would do anything to get her back. I would give my own life if it meant that she could have hers.
I just don't know what's in it for me. My family's gone. I have nowhere to go. No family to go back to. Why would I want to risk getting my freedom back?
We thought we would save the best news for last. Mr. Black said he has your father.
Don't screw around
Mike,
with me!
he has your dad.
Oh my god. I could see my dad again?
Yes.
What are you doing with that?
I made enough money one summer I worked with my dad for this. I was gonna give it to him.
Well, we can't now.
So we're really gonna do this?
I don't think we have a choice. Well, if you don't mind, I think I have a phone call to make.
It's all you.
Yeah. Hey. I have an answer for you.
So pretty, so smart, such a waste of a young heart. What a pity, what a shame, what's the matter with you, man? Don't you see it's wrong? Can't you get it right? Out of mind and out of sight. Call on all your girls, don't forget the boys. Put a lid on all that noise. I'm a satellite heart, lost in the dark.
Tomorrow at 5 sounds fine. I'll just be glad when this is over.
I'm spun out so far. You start by star.
That's it.